Hi folks, this is just a short tutorial video to show you how to use the physics classroom light simulation. When you click the link, when you open it up, you'll get a page that looks like this. The simulation that you want is down here. There's two ways that you can access it. You can either drag it like that and you get a sort of a slightly small version, but if you click this button up here, it will take up the whole screen, and I think that's probably the best way to do it because then you can see everything. If you click that and it looks really weird, so it's chopping off a bit of it, just press escape, go back and do it in the small version. Okay, you want to look at part 1. We're not going to look at part 2 this lesson. So on part 1, click on the big play button. Now this is an interactive simulation, so occasionally buttons like this will pop up which say fire laser, and these buttons will light up so that you can move on. Sometimes you can move the laser and move other things as well. To start off with, you've got the kind of step that you're on up here. So you've got slide 1 out of 13, a little description of what's going on here. When light bounces off a mirror, it obeys the law of reflection. The only thing we can really interact with is this button here. So we click the button and we see the laser light reflecting off the mirror. You see this button here is lit up, so we can click on that one. If at any point you've gone forward and you think, oh, I don't understand what just happened, you can click back and do it again. Okay. So we move forwards. Other things will get added. So we draw a dashed line perpendicular. You might not have seen this word before. Perpendicular means at right angles to. So you'll have done angles in maths. A right angle is an angle like this. So it looks like the corner of a square or a rectangle. That's a right angle. It is 90 degrees. If it's smaller or bigger than that, so it looks like a point, like the angle in this triangle, that is not a right angle. It's only where it's this this kind of shape, like you would get in a square. So we draw a dashed line, it's called the normal line. There's nothing else to interact with, and this button is lit up, so we can press this button to move on. The ray travelling from the laser to the mirror is called the incident ray, so we're learning some more terminology here. So as it comes out of the laser, the line, the light ray that's going towards the mirror is called the incident ray, and the ray that bounces off is called the reflected ray. So fire the laser again, we get the incident ray again, and then we get the reflected ray. We've still got this normal line dashed here. It's not real, we can't see that line, we have to imagine it there. Gives us some more labels. The angle between this normal line and the incident ray is called the incident angle. No prizes for guessing what the angle between the reflected ray and the normal line is. It is the reflected angle. So again, law of reflection states that the incident angle is always equal to the reflected angle. So here we've got the incident angle is 55 degrees to the normal, so the reflected angle is 55 degrees to the normal. This is one of the opportunities that it gets you to move stuff around. It says drag the laser around, so you can move it back and forth like that, and you can fire it, see the angle that you get, and then you can move it again and fire it and see the angle that you get. And you can do that a few times if you want to. See if you can get it to do anything particularly weird. It won't work if you bring it around here. Well, that doesn't really make sense because it can't come around like that. So if you find it going grey like that, don't do it there. That would be like it's reflecting off the back of the mirror, which doesn't really make sense. So keep it on this side. If it turns grey, go back. So you can do that a few times to your satisfaction. Mirror's been moved this time, but it still works in the exact same way. Next step asks you to make an incident angle of 27 degrees. So you can click on this again, and this number here will change to show you exactly where you are. If you get it a bit wrong, it won't let you fire it. There we go. So the fire laser button has appeared. If I move it back, fire laser button disappears. Fire laser, 27 degrees, bang on. Next. So I'm currently at 46 degrees. Asks me to find 75, so I'm dragging it around, dragging it around. If I put it on 74, the button doesn't appear. If I move it a bit more, there we go, fire laser. So then you've got a little bit of a label, the diagram here. You can drag and drop these labels. So drag and drop them into these boxes. If you get something wrong, if you put, say, that there, you can still move it so it doesn't stick it there. And if you get everything completely wrong and say check my answers, it'll say something like, oh, not quite, please try again. This button doesn't seem to work very well. If you say tap here to continue, it just kind of blips and then comes straight back in, But what you can do is drag it out of the way, just click and drag, and then move these around until you get them right. So if you try again, let's say I get it wrong again, it just says have another go. And once you've got it right, it will say, yep, that's all good. Tap here to continue, and then once you've tapped there, this button will light up saying you can move on. When you move on, you'll get another diagram, so it's just twisted around a bit. So instead of being this lovely flat mirror, it's all at a dodgy angle. You can label it in the exact same way. You just need to stop and have a little bit of a think before you start. It'll do the exact same thing if it's gone a little bit wrong. So let's say we do this. If we do it a little bit wrong, don't worry. It will say not quite, please try again. Move it out of the way, and then you can start having another go. You'll know you've got it right because it will say well done. Tap here to continue, and when you tap there, this button will turn a darker grey, and you can actually click on it and it'll move you on. Last little bit then, you just have to try and hit the target with the laser. This is just a bit of fun really. You can fire the laser all over the place and you'll miss. And, oh, okay, managed to get it just about then. You'll get different ones, so seeing me do this isn't going to be a spoiler alert for you guys. There you go. And then once you click on from this screen, you'll get the congratulations, you've finished. I want you to take a screenshot or a screen print of that screen and submit that so that I know you've managed to get all the way through all 13 slides and got it all right. Okay. There's still another couple of tasks. I'll show my homework, so make sure you have a look at those to finish off the assignments for today.